right, I believe I should be streaming now. Let me just check my YouTube as I am wont to do. All right, looks like I'm coming through. I should put on some noise in the background while we are discussing stuff. And like I said in the description, well, I'll give you a demonstration of what I'm talking about in just a second. I'm going to put on a soundtrack or something to listen to over here. Let me just go into my Bandcamp. I hope that we have one or two viewers too. Yeah, quasi. I mean, all these. Yeah, all these stuff. It's really doesn't matter. Okay. All right. Let me just check again my audio levels. No. Okay. Cool. Ooh. A little bit loud on my end. Okay, so what we have an issue here. A persistent issue that has pestered us for quite a while, and I think I may have just figured out the solution. And it was staring me right in the face this whole time. We'll see. We shall see. And I'm not going to eat peanuts, again, for the duration of this stream. I have plenty of soft foods. So, yeah, what we have, essentially, we have this persistent issue with a lot of stuff in our vegetation generation system, where objects are not... Sometimes they have colliders, and the next moment they won't. And I believe it just has to do with like the nature of the colliders. Very sorry, it's just going to take a moment here. A moment or two. Lodi McLoderton, I think, Lodi McLoderface, I think that was her name. Boy, oh boy. So, hey, we have a viewer. You know, the last time I went live, I was like screaming and yelling about The Arrival, that Denis Villeneuve movie. That was like his big introduction and such. I don't know. I just got annoyed at it at a couple of points, and I'm not going to rant about it again, but I'm wondering, one of these viewers, Lance? But you'll see over here. You see here, these are rocks that I hand placed. As you can see, the cat is tracking them pretty well. But look over here. Zoop. See? Disappears right through the rock. But here is the kick in the crotch here. And this is the best way to demonstrate it. Yeah, it's going through just about every rock right now. But, okay, so what we're going to do here is let's just walk into it right here. Oh, geez, as normal, leave it like a cat and Unity. Oh, there we go. You see? If you go through at a certain point, oh, that's why we got stuck, because there was, it doesn't have a collider, see? As easy as pie. Well, geez. Yeah, right down here. The cat can get through. But you saw, this is one collider here. So we seem to be having, like, you know, just some weird issues where it recognizes the collider sometimes, but not when, oh, like there. See? The cat can go right through it, and this, again, is one object, but let's just walk over here. And boom. Cat can, oh, yeah, we had a little bit of flicker. That's fine. But you see, the cat is on top of the same rock. That previously didn't have a collider. But I think that the solution was a heck of a lot easier than I thought. I think it's just that we are not using the proper kind of convex colliders, and I'm just about to test that theory here. No one's chatting. No one's saying anything. Oh, no peanuts and Cheez-Its. I have nothing but hard snacks. I should have prepared for this. Got something soft and delicious, like, let's go over to my workbench, see here. Just take a minute to load. Yep, see. But anyway, what was really sort of exciting a couple of days ago is we came up with Basically, we had a progression system based upon information. And really the closest analog that I can come up with to the system that we were looking at was what they used in the Outer Wilds, where if you noticed, no matter how many times you went through the 22-minute loop, your ship computer would remember. There was sort of like just a little map of all the information that you, and we had that planned out, but we were unsure of how to exactly relate that to the player. And as it's like very story related, I'm wondering, whether anyway. Anyway, we figured out the best way of relating that inside the game. We're just very happy that let's see here, systems. Yeah, we use a Vegetation Studio Pro. It is a pre-made system, but it is just absolutely awesome. But it does seem that in this instance, but I don't think it's Vegetation Studio Pro. I think that these rocks, the source prefabs, they need convex colliders. I think that is the issue that we are having here. Let's see here, stone base. Hold on. Well, that's odd. Don't tell me this is the case for all of them. Yeah, it's got a mesh collider. There we go. But what we first need to do is, there we go. Version control solution. What we want to do is we want to make these colliders convex. And that is maybe, I have a feeling, maybe the reason why we are having the issues that we are having right now. So I'm just going to go through there and alter these prefabs and make sure that the collider is convex. No one's saying anything. No one has nothing to say. Anybody seen any good movies lately? Bah. Yeah. Geez. But anyway, I here's the thing about. Can I just say about? And I've started about The Arrival. And I will say, I am listening to the source book, the source story that it's based on, which is called, I believe, The Story of Your Life and Everyone Else's, or something like that. And it does seem to be very, very faithful to the, what I've seen in the movie so far. But I don't know, the pacing of the movie just seemed to be about 1/3 of the way through the film counterintuitive. Oh, I lost all my viewers. There, I should stop talking about this. Okay, message received. All right. Oh, thank you. Nice. Oh, I didn't lose all viewers. I thought. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, Jake, do you want to have any questions or comments or other than, geez, it's taking you guys a long time. Yeah, we're painfully aware, but I'm happy to explain anything or any questions. Let's see here. Yeah, what we're going to do going here is we're going to unbake and then rebake, and also just a second, make absolutely sure that all of these are stone 1 base. Base try. I don't think that has actually a collider at all. Now the thing is what I'm going to do, just for our testing purposes, I'm going to go ahead and remove that one from this biome here, just to make sure that we only have the ones that we made convex. So, and that's going to take a minute. I'll just say, well, the pacing of the film could have been a heck of a lot better. I'm just going to leave it at that. Yeah, we just got it. Yeah, it kicked all of those rocks out. All right, now, what we want to do is we want to, oh goodness. Again, we want to, unfortunately, we have to go through this process each time just to make absolutely sure that we want to clear and then bake it all again once that process is complete. And that takes a couple of minutes. Now, I wish I had something I could show off during this. Valid criticism, I think. Oh, yeah. Here's the thing: is the first third of the film, I think, is really great because they spent a lot of time like doing this meditative thing about language and everything, and such. And I like that the military's taking the back seat to it and everything. And basically, it's great. In fact, at a certain point, she gives that great thing about what is your purpose here, and she talks about first you have to understand, do the aliens understand it? Interrogative, in this manner. Then do they understand spatial location like we do? Then, oh my goodness, I think I may have screwed that up. Something's right wacky, but I don't think so. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bake and unbake again. Oh my goodness, I never baked it. That was my issue, idiot. Oh well, I'll do it again. I will bake the vegetation. Oh yeah, and I was going to go ahead and oh my goodness, is that it? Okay, good enough. And then after they establish this very cerebral communication base and the methodical way that they are trying to communicate with the what are they, heptapods? They go up there and they're like, yeah, we got everything in order. We understand this is a language that's spoken, it's written, etc., etc. We're setting up our equipment. And they finally ask that question. What is your purpose here? And I may have already talked about this in a previous, stream, but yeah, we have an issue here. But it's all easy to fix. We have to close down and then open up the scene again. We're going to say unit again. But here's the thing: is once they establish this very methodical and cooperative way of communication that got them to the point that they could communicate with the aliens, they asked that one question: what is your purpose here? And immediately, source. And the heptapods answer, offer weapon. And everything that was established during that first third of the movie about methodical scientific approach to make communication with the aliens is pitched out of the window immediately afterwards. In fact, I think within the next 5 minutes of the movie, after that, we're literally sending bombs into their spaceship. And here's the thing: if the director and the writer were trying to communicate that humans, yes, we are very irrational and very quick to jump, they shouldn't have spent that first third of the movie demonstrating that we can rise above that tendency. You see, because the entire crisis, because that starts the second third of the movie, and the crisis is not ended until again the end of the end of the second act, when she sneaks her way back into the heptapod ship and is able to do what she should have after they said, offer weapon, ask a second and third question. That is all that the entire tendency, the tension of the second act is based on. Why wasn't she given the chance to go, okay guys, don't panic. They said offer weapon. Do they understand the concept of weapon as we do? Are they saying that they want a weapon from us? Or are they offering a weapon to? No, it was all of a sudden, oh my goodness, everybody's, we're going to go insane and we're literally going to bomb the alien ship. Simply because of two words. That could have been, again, if the main character had been able to ask that second question, that second act, and of course, we had to do that because otherwise the movie plot wouldn't work, etc. But not buying it. Not buying it. No, you could have done that a heck of a lot more better, as they say. I mean, Otherwise, I mean, jeez. And also, can I just say, I don't think the movie touches on it at all, but because understand that the aliens, we have to go through this whole process of baking everything again because things got a little bit out of whack there. But that'll just take us a minute. Yeah, go down to our PVS, which is our persistent vegetation storage. I can't get confused with persistent vegetative state, which is coma. Um, let's see. No, actually, coma completely different. But anyway, we'll go. Yeah, I want to rebake it here. Bake, clear, and bake, and then we go. But here's the thing: is that they were so intent on showing this concept of like communication through time. That communication, they were really emphasizing, the love and wonder of communication through time and not limited. Communication and emotion such as love, not constrained, and understanding as well, not constrained by time and space. But here's the thing: incumbent in that understanding of the universe through language and understanding. That means we live in a deterministic universe. And that whole playoff at the end about the writer tells you, oh, you don't understand, she chose to give birth to this child that would totally unfortunately die young, and she would have to go through this war. She intentionally no, because of the nature of that cross time communication. She lived in a deterministic universe. She was always going to give birth to that child. There was no choice involved in it whatsoever. And I find that to be incredibly at odds with everything else that's supposed to be portrayed in the film. I understand that the person who wrote the book, I've started listening to the audiobook lately, does address the deterministic universe character element in the short story, and that's great. And I think that if that is true, the writer, I mean, I've seen interviews with him, and he strikes me as the kind of guy who drinks raw water. Uh, and I don't know, I don't think, I think he left the deterministic universe out of it because it spoiled the pretty pictures that were dancing in his head. Such is life. Yeah. And I mean, maybe some people can look at that and go, "Oh, yeah, that's wonderful that this woman, even though she understands, she came to a Zen-like understanding that she would be unfortunately condemned to giving birth to this child." Well, not condemned. I mean, trust me. Throughout the book, at least, they emphasize there's so much connection between the daughter and the mother, and they try to do it in the movie, much to a less effect, I think. Oh, I didn't override the. I'm sorry, I didn't apply the overrides. Please don't blink out of this on the skin. Screw you, version control. I keep forgetting that, man. All right. And I think the writer just. I don't know. I'll have to listen to the rest of the audiobook before I can pass all judgment on it. The audio, but the guy who wrote the novel, by the way, that it's based on, great guy, could just like build a story, but man, does not know how to end one. Just doesn't. Is a great wordsmith. I mean, really. I listened to the story in a compilation version of short stories by him, and they are absolutely fascinating and engrossing until the very end, and it just boop, ends, and you just are left there wondering, okay, I don't know. Fantastic technique, but in the end, very bad, destination, but again, out of all the stories that guy wrote, the story of your life and everyone else's is the one that or maybe story of your life, is that the like just by itself. Anyway, I have to unfortunately step away for just a moment to use the restroom, as I am a 51-year-old guy. But before I do that, I'm going to hit the play button here so that it will start kicking us to play mode so that I can test those convex colliders. Sorry, actually. Still running, I see. Yeah, this external scene. I think it's because of the new batching we have. We have, unfortunately, during my Collider review, I may have, rebaked things with not less than optimal batching. But some people are gonna. We got people looking into it. We're looking into it. All right, luck be a lady, Kitty. Can you walk onto that rock? Will there be a collider? Let's give it a try. Boop. No. Gah! It just frustrates me because here's the thing. Okay, we just found out that rock has no collider, right? Let's just walk back on it. I bet we're able to crawl right back on top of it. Just see it. Yep. You see, this is frustrating. Maybe I have to add in specific mesh colliders. Because here's the thing: is this problem occurs all over the island in various, things such as like trees and such. Once I discover the origins problem, we can fix it. But this initial thing of just like, look at this going, damn it, why are you doing this? Is just like, Yeah. Well, the guy is definitely a brilliant writer. I mean, I started listening to. Oh, look at there. We have some stuff that seems to be phasing in and. Could it be LOD issues? Let me just take a look at this. Because once I get this settled, also, I want to really expand on the beach biomes. I don't like that we have one consistent rock biome for all the entire beach. Beaches, on the main island, are very, very rocky with different kinds of rocks. It should be uniform. So let me see here. Let me take a look at these guys. Okay. Let's see. It is referencing the mesh. It's convex. There's no... Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I think I see the reason here. Those are LOD issues, and LOD is something we're going to address in this. I think Lance has advised us that we should really get rid of LOD on as many things as possible, and I'm tending to agree. Anyway, but no, goodness gracious, I want to check something. First, I'm going to just take a picture. And just temporarily paste that there so I have a reference picture that I can come back to at a later time. Because I think I see the issue. I'm not going to say exactly what it is yet. Excuse me, I have to look at this model, the mesh card. Okay, let me just check something else. One that I know works fine. But no, it's not unique to these stones. Because it happens with a whole bunch of stuff from everything. So it's a veg studio, really. It isn't the prefab I'm being into, it's a veg studio. I'm gonna have to go back to my workbench, see. Oh, missed it on my thing. Something be wacky here, yo. Yeah, there's something going on here with this. I think Veg Studio more than anything else. Because I put these like rocks into every other scene, and we have no problem with the cats walking over them individually. I know their colliders work. It's only when they go through Vegetation Studio that they become problematic. Let's see, general settings. Let's see. Include in a nav mesh bank. Because I thought that these things were nav mesh obstacle type. That may be the issue there. Let's just give it a try, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, really, I'm at the point where I'm like, just let's just try everything we can, see what the heck. Let's go back through, make sure I got everything. Okay. This is the camera and collider. Oh! Dude! I am such an idiot. My God. The distance factor, dude. Oh, God. It's right there in freaking front of me. I bet. Let's just bring this down for every one of these effers, and I bet we are good. And because the camera is always swinging around, that's why the camera sometimes, because it's dependent upon the camera. What did I do there? Basically, let's see. My goodness, I think that is our problem. I think that's our problem. Holy crap, let's hope. No, no. Here's the thing. I don't think it's memory related at all. Number one, as I said, I have 64 gigabytes of RAM on this computer. I would like to have 128, quite frankly. But the guy who sold it to me was like, no one needs 128 gigabytes of RAM. But anyway, I believe this is the issue, man. I may have mud on my face, and you know, so we are all wrong from time to time. But I'm cautiously hopeful, because that would explain again why the cat can't go through the mesh at certain times, but it can at others. It's because when the camera is at certain times, this is all dependent upon the location of the camera, not the cat. Damn it. Good. So anyway, while we wait for Lodi McLoaderface to get that done. Yeah, I was talking about we came upon a new way to track player progression throughout the game. It simplified it for us, and I think it made it a heck of a lot better from a story perspective. But I can't go into it much because, you know, spoilers. But let me just, I'll put 3 words in front of you. Temporal energy signature. That's it. Yes. Oh, there we go. I have a feeling this is it, man. If it is, dude, that, like I said, the rest of the job is going to be quick because we found out the issue. I can't believe that it was creating colliders like maybe that far from the camera, but hey, maybe, again, here's the thing, I may be freaking wrong, but let's give it a try. Oh, I did not bake. I must bake. Well, not so much bake as apply overrides. It would make sense. It would totally make sense. But I can't believe they had it set that far. We shall see. Anyway, geez, other, you know, I think I made it like somebody on Facebook was like, Eric, you're always just talking about all things you hate all the time. Is there anything that you know, unreservedly like? That's usually what somebody says when I've criticized, you know, something they really like and like they get butthurt. Actually, there are many things that I love, but can I say from a personal perspective, complaining about the things that I hate is a heck of a lot more entertaining than just sitting there talking about the things that I like. If you've never noticed, 90% of game, you know, reviews are just snark. Like, okay, I mean, Ad Astra, good movie. And if some of you said, like, what's your favorite movie there? I'd say it would have to be Toto Los Heroes. I believe that's it. Yeah, Toto Los Heroes. Oh my goodness, it's on YouTube. Is it? Is it? Oh, that's awesome. The entire film is on YouTube now. Toto the Hero. Seriously, I'm going to put this in the chat. I'm going to put the link. This is my favorite film of all time. There. It's this guy, Jaco van Dormael. He's my favorite director. He also did a film called Mr. Nobody. But the problem is most people know the film from the one that's on YouTube, on Netflix. It omits 27 minutes of stuff from the film that really rips the heart out of it. Okay, let's see here. All right, kitty cat, are you ready? Let's just see. And what we're going to do to make absolutely sure, we're going to just zoom the camera in. Nope! Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong. Let's see here. Yep, able to climb. Oh, no! Look at that. Completely no longer. Let's go to that one rock. There's one over here that serves as like just the best example of this. We're going to use that one. The flickering, by the way, is that I'm not concerned about that. I'm concerned about. Yep, straight on through. But let's go over here. Straight on through. That you know, the reverse result. Let's just see here. Nope. Okay, that whatever I did there, that was not the solution. Because I mean, before I was able to comment on this. So confusing. I'm going to take a look at that thing again. Hey, rock attitude, yeah. Sorry, guys, this is me working on rocks. Wow, 4 viewers. Hello, everybody. Like Eric's doing refer callbacks to Scrubs and Dr. Cox. Oh, let's see. I always have to go back to my workbench because that's the only way they can see my work. Goodness. This has been vexing me for many, many months, and I've been putting it off, and we are 37 minutes into this, and I've actually spent most of the day just having to deal with crap. My doctor that I usually go into for medication management moved to California, and as a result I had to find a new doctor for that. That was like about a third of my day. It's Maine. Because we are a very aging state. I mean, we're one of the oldest states in the union as far as like age of standard. You know, your typical inhabitant. You know, most it's usually a wait for a dentist up here is, unless it's an absolute emergency, about anywhere from 2 to 3 months. Wait for a doctor is similar. In fact, about 6 months. It just is the way it is. Here, you get used to it, you know. Okay. So let's go back to that again and look at that collider slider. Let's see what the heck one is. Oh boy. Distance factor. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move all of these down to absolute 0. Oh, distance from the camera where colliders are created. That's why it got less when I saw. I really need to that. I need to increase, not decrease. There. So what we're going to do is, it was 1.5 before, so we're going to double that to 0.5. No, double that to 0.5. We're going to just bring these up to that 0.5 and see what that happens. I still think this very well may be our solution that we're looking for. All right, let's just drive it to maximum, because that gets rid of any question whatsoever of whether this is our problem or not. So, okay, yep, go back down here. We gotta unbake, clear it, bake it again. So, yeah, like I said, sometimes when your initial solution doesn't work, it can teach you something. And I sincerely think that this is, well, no, I sincerely think this might be the solution. I was going in the wrong direction with those sliders, so. Hmm. By the way, can I just say the best joke I ever thought? I'm not in this kind of joke in Scrubs. And sorry, Mom, if you're listening, if you're tuning in tonight. But I think one of the best jokes in Scrubs is when Elliot, she says, "Oh, I started a Facebook about." Oh no, I can't. I have to get it better. No, I'll finish it. I tried to start a Facebook group about how much we hate Dr. Cox called I Hate Cox, and all I got was 500 lesbians showing up. Blah, but I'll be back in a moment, guys. I'm here all week, ladies and gentlemen. BRB, guys. Sorry, guys. Yeah, my audio. We lost half of our viewers there. I appreciate that. Thank you, Jake. Sorry. And I can't think of anything that I said since I got back that's of any consequence. Other than that, I did not apply the overrides as I should have. Sorry about that. So now we're gonna go back into our testing to test again. Yep. Well, again, we lost half of our viewers. Look, at one point we're up to 6 viewers at once. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Is he eating peanuts again? Damn it. When sometimes I listen to these streams, I'm like, I really should get a better microphone. But, all right, let's run it. Do. By the way, that film, Mr. Nobody, it's a Belgian film. It's in French. So get prepared for, subtitles. And the director did a couple of films that weren't all that great because, but he was, I mean, I don't know. What's crazy about him is that I think this was the first film he ever did. He used to be like a trapeze performer or something before this film, and it's just it's I mean you just have to watch it. I mean, it's rare that somebody. I mean, I guess so many people have done it, but very few people have done so well a way of just capturing someone's life from beginning all the way to the end in a film. And it's a very bittersweet film. And on rewatch, I have noticed it wasn't as profound as it was when I first watched it. 30 some odd years ago, but still, it's a wonderful film. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and those in between and non-binaries, let's just see if the kitty cats can make it happen, baby. Because I maxed out. Please, for a moment, let us meditate. Just let's put our best thing. Nope. Hey, look at that, baby. Look at that. I think this was our issue all of this time. Is that the colliders were being generated too far from, too close to the camera. And now let's just double check. Okay, let's go back to our favorite rock, Rocky McRockerton over here. Holy crap! Thank goodness we found out the solution. Hey, you got to watch it live. Let's. Oh. No. Okay, we do not have the solution. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. And what is that? What's this? What the heck is going? There is something I have no idea. And now the cat is floating above the rock. But here's the thing: is before. I mean, the cat is obeying everything. It was just able to walk to the side of that one rock. I mean, the cat's able to move better than ever was before. I mean, let's just take a stroll down the beach and see how many times we. I mean, this is the most rockiest of beaches at this point. I mean, this side of the island is like Centennial Beach. Yeah. Right through. Right through it. But here's the thing. There we go. It does seem to be a memory issue. Perhaps. But what is the best way to avoid this memory issue? How do we fix this? I can't believe it's a memory issue. I just can't. I mean, maybe it's. Really, remember we made the colliders convex? Maybe we need to go back and make them not convex. I don't know, because I do believe that remember that fix. See, floating. It here's the thing. We found a fix, but it is an incomplete fix, and I believe it is because the colliders are now. This is what happened. So we have to go back, fix those. Basically, we did find the solution, but we have to go back and fix our previous mistake to get this to work. And it will work, I swear. this upon the king of whatever. I'm using Unity. Turn it a bit. Oh, turn quality down. You know, here's again is I have a very good system. It's not that. Trust me, it's the convex colliders that I placed on these rocks, and I'm going to go back and fix those. And convex colliders create those kind of wacky things. The fact that we walked inside of that rock is still troublesome, but we had better walking around than we've ever had before. I mean, let's just take a look here. Let's turn off the convex collider. Boy, that takes a sweet time. Well, actually, it does have to go through the entire project and replace every other collider instance. Oh, and by the way, when I criticized that director I was talking about, or that writer, before, and I said, hey, he looks like the kind of guy who drinks raw water. Don't mean to criticize anybody who's into that, but really, I just, personal advice, don't. Just not a good thing. Let's just put it this way, there is a reason that we drink water that's like, you know, gone through purification processes. If you're not aware, there is a burgeoning industry here in the United States of, you know, people who drink their own urine and COVID deniers and such like that, who believe, you know, that so on and so forth. They believe in this stuff called raw water. They believe that all of the, you know, even, you know, purified bottled water is just not good, etc. So what they've gone is they go to this one guy, and basically he just wanders around, you know, all these places in California until he finds some stream. And at which time, sorry, Mr. Collider. Okay, good. Turned all of those off, just make sure. Until he finds just some trickle of water. And then he collects as much as he possibly can, and he sells gallon jugs of it for like $60. And basically people are buying like big bottles of polluted water with spirochetes and feces in them. That's what the writer of The Arrival looked like to me, or the lead writer. Whether he drinks his own urine, you'd have to ask him. But anyway, okay, so we fix those. We have to go back to and rebake all of those because we just changed the prefabs. And by the way, oh hi, flow of water. We were just talking about water. All right, how are you doing? And you know, and what really gets me is like the guy who sells that stuff. He's like, "Oh, you should not keep these bottles of water for more than one lunar cycle, because people found out that if you leave them there for, you know, more than a couple of weeks, all the algae inside starts to grow on the outside because it's being exposed to light." And yeah. Hey, Hollywood. And can I just say, I'm not some person, you know, from Red America criticizing Hollywood and something it doesn't know. I've lived in California. I was born in California. California is in my blood. No. Hollywood, every stereotype you've heard about Hollywood, about 95% of them, nothing that QAnon says, but 95% of all those things you hear about Hollywood, about the superficiality, and you know the shallowness. I mean, bless them. And again, I was born in California, so I can say this. But here's the thing: is California and the West Coast, everything west of the Mississippi. 80% of the United States lives east of the Mississippi River. 20% of us live out there, and most of the culture out there, with the exception of a few buildings and a few sites, is really only about 150 years old. I mean, the mining towns. I'm talking about California. You just go in there and literally everything is fake. Everything is fake, 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 fake. Because again, they only have like about 150 years of collective history out there. You know, as white people, of course, the indigenous people and such have a much like broader history. But really, California is everything that you've heard. And you know, bless them for. I don't hate them for it. It's just the way they are. Like we here in Maine are the way we are. Okay, so. We flipped those, so we don't have the convex things anymore. We're keeping this thing gray. You know what? I don't think the tag has anything to do with it. And it's drawing at like 66 meters. For our testing, that's absolutely fine. And I just want to go through all these rocks again to make absolutely sure. Yeah, 66 meters, prefab ground. 66 meters for prefab ground. Okay, great. So we'll want to free it up, bank it. And yeah, some people say, this is my OCD coming through. Is that these steps that I go through each freaking time may not be necessary, but let me tell you, I just feel it's absolutely necessary to do. It just is. If I don't, I may have missed it. And let me see, what was it? Yeah, raw water. Yeah, I think the guy said it's like this one. No, I'm not even going there. I'm not going to go there. It's all great. But yeah, great film. And I mean, if you have a chance, watch. It was the same. Jaco van Dornael's Mr. Nobody. It has Jared Leto in it, and don't let that like sway you, because I mean, you know, he's playing part. Jared Leto, I just recently found out, is a real super creep. Oh, my game will be a game for you in mid-May. That is when we are planning our public beta. And we're going to have the public beta out, and everybody can just like run around and test it and such. And that will be a demo. Understand, you know, flow of water. You know, I just want to address flow of water. If you're not tuned in before, this beta demo should have come out a year ago. But unfortunately, I made the mistake of, you know, putting my trust. Essentially, you know, when we were starting this project, we were sort of, when we got funding and we became sort of viral, we were overwhelmed. And at a certain point, some people came in, and they showed us their resumes, and they were AAA developers, and I unfortunately trusted them to do stuff that really, they just basically came in and wrecked the project to a great extent. They cost us about 18 months of development time. You know, as far as coding, I mean, here's the thing: is that when I say that these people came in and they delayed us, understand? While these people were, for lack of a term, fucking around, Laura and I were working every week on developing story and background and everything. The development on the project never freaking ended. It's just that understand, 90% of the game could not come together until we had a proper cat controller. Because until I knew how the cat moved, we could not create a heck of a lot of stuff. And I mean, considering we have viewers, I'm just going to put that out there again. This one guy, Mike Shiranovsky, came to us. He's like, "Oh my goodness, I know who you could hire," and we hired this guy. Freaking Brett Dunham is his name. He currently works for one of those like crypto play to get paid scams. And the guy was just a total scam. He strung us along for 7 months and left us with absolute crap. And I have no problem. In fact, I started tweeting, "Oh, we lost all viewers." Oh well, that's the way it is. But trust me, there will be justice. It's not that I'm going to go after this guy. It's just that, trust me, when he abandoned this project and left us to our fate here, he did not understand. This game is going to get done, and there will come a time where people are going to be asking us, "Hey, what challenge did you encounter? What went right? What went wrong?" And trust me, the world will know of these people. And whatever legacies, I mean, number one, Mike Shiranovsky is never going to work in game development again, blah, blah, blah. Brett Dunham, unfortunately, he's a lifelong scammer, but I have started like posting just on Twitter and a few other places, hey, just warning other game developers about this guy because I don't want them to be scammed like he scammed us. And I would really, really welcome Brett to sue me because I'm doing this. Because here's the thing. Sorry, yeah, we were applying these over. Here's the thing. I would really enjoy him to sue me. I have his work still on disc. I still have the quote unquote work that he left us with. And if he wants to sue us, here's the price he's going to pay. He's going to have to go into court, and I'm going to show that absolute garbage, and he's going to have to go on the record and go, yes, as a game developer in his early 60s, this is the absolute best that I could do. And that's why he won't sue me. And I will take advantage of that until... Here's the thing. I just want to make sure he doesn't do it to anybody else. I want him to maybe, I know his house isn't worth crap, or, I mean, he lives in a crappy little house in a crappy suburb, in a really just toxic neighborhood. And I get the impression maybe he just spent all his money on crack or I don't know, crack and meth and the liquor that he was always drinking at noon. And I just want to make sure that, maybe he gets a job at a McDonald's, for the last couple of years of his life. And he could just spend those times when he's back there flipping fries or taking orders, just contemplating, amid the decisions that he made in life. And maybe, just maybe, a little bit of enlightenment will bloom. Hey, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should. And that day will come. I just know. And by the way, Brett Dunham, if you are watching, here's the thing: is Mike Shiranovsky. Whenever I talk about them and how much they scammed the project and just screwed us over, Mike Shiranovsky threatens one of his ex-girlfriends into calling me on the phone, and like I would ever want to talk to any of them after all what they did to our project. And so, really, that's what I'm dealing with here. Anyway. Let me tell you, this past year, I had to really come to grasp with how much we were screwed over by these people. But the thing is, I take comforts in two things. Number one, these people scammed me. They did not scam the thousands of people who contributed to make this project real. I put enough of my own money and gotten into enough credit card debt to cover every damn cent that person stole from us, stole from me. And number two, the worst that these people could say is that we treated them with respect and we acted in good faith. And that's why, again, I'm confident in just going out and just saying, listen, talking about what happened to us. Because we the worst they could say, and yeah, people could go to us and go, oh yeah, I guess you're pretty dang stupid for falling for that. Let me tell you, don't blame the victim. Trust me, if Mike Chernovsky came to you with the same pitch that he gave to us, you would have done the same. And these guys, they don't call it confidence scam for nothing. Confidence scams, if you don't know, is all about gaining your confidence. All right, let's see here. If we walk off into the rock here, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to say, we'll figure it out tomorrow, because there have been days where I pounded my head up against a single problem for days on end. Nope, we're good. And made very little progress. And I think the problem that we had before was that the exterior, when he climbed up the outside, it was like far away. We have to go over to our test rock over here. Yeah, I'm sorry about the flickering there. That doesn't happen in builds. So let's see here. Oh no, we want to go over here. This is our little stairway up that we know is 100%. You always have to find a control surface. Let's see here. Yep. Pause on the surface every step of the way. That is, picture perfect there. I'm looking at the pause. Just making sure, you see? That's perfect. But now here. All right. You know where I'm going over here. I hate you, surface. See what happens. Damn! Here's the thing. I'm going to consider us that we made progress, because before, again, you saw right over here. Let's just go back to where we began. Look at this. Right up here. We would always, in the previous times when we spawned, we'd always be over here on this rock. And we'd sink right into this rock immediately. And now, look, we're on top of it. We made progress, but there seemed to be some issues still to be worked out, And again, once we get this workflow figured out perfectly, it's just everything else is going to be done in about like 2 days. But at least we made progress. That's good. So, yeah, putting their best face forward, and the guy was like, "Oh yeah, I went to the Dale Carnegie, etc." Yeah, you do know how to influence people. I'll tell you that. Not for the best. Yeah. See, no. Here, let's just see over here. This is again. Yeah, the cats. There just seems to be that once. I'm wondering if perhaps when the cat enters it, it's flickering out, in a different way. What I want to do is make a build to test this. But we made progress, ladies and gentlemen, and I've been here for 1 hour and 7. I need to sign off, because I guarantee you, the guy who's taking care of the coder, taking care of the character controller, he has about a dozen questions I need to answer right now. Guys, just say, all this has the scamming has a happy ending, because in the end, we got rid of all those people, and we found a guy who has been. He's just an amazing guy. He does coding like, as Chuck Berry said, Johnny Be Good. He played guitar like a ringing a bell. The coder, the main lead coder that we have now, he codes like he's ringing a bell. I swear to goodness, he does it in his sleep. And if we had met that guy many, many years ago, and again, this guy had never, our lead coder right now, he had never worked on a AAA game. He had never done anything. But honest to God, he's the best guy that, other than Richard, the soundtrack developer, he's another guy that never let us down. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys in 2 days. If you're not aware, I stream alternately here on YouTube and over on Twitch. And if you feel like contributing $1 or $2 to the effort, please do it on our Patreon, patreon.com. Be smiling. Take care. Night night.